simulation. It would have to be some kind of matrix where there needs to be something else existing that projects this for us. Are we living in a simulation? We will never know, but does it really matter? I mean, technically, our brain is simulating everything for us. It is simulating what we see because it's processing it. It's simulating what we hear. It's simulating what, it's, like the fact that we have a brain that controls everything that we feel and see, and, isn't that kind of crazy? I don't know, these are just the random thoughts that come sometimes, But I mean, it's true. But even if we would live in a simulation, like let's say, okay, so the weirdest thing is, yeah, our brains. So if our brains control, show us, so to say, everything we see and make us feel stuff, let's say it's not real and it's just our brain projecting these things, putting these images in our head. But the brain needs to exist somehow, right? This is the problem with a simulation. If it's a simulation, it would have to be some kind of matrix where there needs to be something else existing that projects this for us. Also, if it's a projection, if it's just a simulation, let's say we're living in a simulation, this is all not real. How can we feel stuff and see things? If I am simulated, there needs to be some kind of entity to, sorry. Okay, I'll stop right here. Stop me. How could we tell if we were in a dream or not? Well, if you're talking about the dreams that we know, like the dreams that you have when you're sleeping, they are very different than actual living. If you're talking about how do you know if we're dreaming, if we're asleep and just dreaming, or if we're actually living this right now, I never have dreams that are that clear. My dreams usually don't have, I don't think my brain has enough capacity to imagine the whole surrounding I'm in, so usually I just know I'm at home even though it looks totally different. I guess you all have this. And the people that are there are very, vague. It's, So you can tell you can definitely tell if you're in a normal dream that you have when you sleep. But you probably couldn't tell if you were in a very good simulation. That is, let's say you connect an engine to your brain that simulates, kind of Inception, Matrix kind of stuff. I'm saying this without actually knowing what Matrix is about. I totally forgot about Matrix, sorry. But it's kind of about that thing, right? I think. Well, would you know, if someone simulates your brain in a certain way, it might make your brain or you something that's happening that isn't. Something's happening that isn't. It's all just nerve impulses. But the nerve impulses have to go into a brain, so there needs to be some kind of brain to receive the nerve impulses. That's what I mean. So if everything is simulated, actually, the way that we see our brain might be simulated as well. And nothing really exists.